As he grew up, so did his dedication. And as a young teen, he joined Hezbollah.
I didn't think just praying and fasting is enough. So I joined the Basij, which you know here in North America as Hezbollah. And I served in that army for 3 years.
After a 2-year stint in Pakistan, Javid was arrested in Malaysia for carrying illegal passports. He was thrown into prison. There, he had a strange encounter.
And I would just meditate in the verses of Quran. And once, as I was doing that, I felt just a fear, just filling my heart, and I felt literally a presence of a spirit. This spirit immediately made me feel like my life is in danger. I knew in my heart what we call shayateen, satanic, demonic spirits. So I started rebuking it in the name of Allah, and I just cried out in Farsi, my own native language, said, God, help me. And the moment I said that, as clear as you hear my voice, I heard a voice. And that voice said, bring the name of Jesus. And the words that came out of my mouth sounded without thinking, Jesus, if you are true, show me yourself. And before I was finished with the sentence, that spirit had ran away. And that is how my story basically began. That is not my story of conversion, but that's the beginning of my confusion.
Confusion because though Jesus is considered a holy prophet in Islam, he's not someone Muslims pray to or call upon. In the weeks that followed, that confusion grew.
Why would Jesus help you? How come Jesus' name did this, and so on and so forth. And so I asked and prayed and fasted that he would show me what way would he like me to follow him. And so after 2 weeks, I had no answer. And when I didn't have an answer and I didn't get any signs, it made me really upset. We must understand in our mind, we are different. We are very passionate people. We pour our hearts out for someone we would give our life for someone we love. And because I had given everything and I had not heard an answer, it made me very angry. And in rage, I yelled at God and said, you don't exist.
As a Muslim, denouncing Allah was an unforgivable sin. But then he had another strange encounter in his cell.
And then I felt the whole room filled with the holy presence of God. It is as if time stops. You know things about God without him ever saying anything to you. The first thing I knew about him was his holiness. I knew he's a holy God. And I knew that he is just. And I knew immediately that simultaneously these things are going through my mind and my heart. And I knew I'm unholy. This is in spite of all the good things I've done in my life. I knew that I have sins in my life, and I knew that he's just and he must judge me, and because of his justice, I deserve death.
But that didn't happen. Instead, he felt a tap on his shoulder.
Right at that moment, I felt a touch on my left shoulder and a voice that says, I forgive you. And I didn't understand. I did not understand how could that be possible, because I had heard Allah is forgiving and merciful, but we cannot know his forgiveness till the day of judgment. So I said, who are you that forgives me? And I feel forgiven today. And he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And I did not understand what that means, because I had never heard those words. So I said, what is your name? And he said, Jesus Christ, the living God. I fell onto the floor. And I just wept.
He told his fellow prisoners what happened. Some shunned him, others followed him to faith. But Javid knew he needed more than his story, so he prayed for a Bible. His answer came through a fellow prisoner.
Then he reached out from his bags and said, "This is for you, this is what you have asked for." And I looked at it, it's a book, there's nothing written on the cover, but I knew it's a Bible. Grabbed it out of his hand, forgot to thank him, ran to the room, thanked God, kissed it as we do, and when I opened it, it was in a language I couldn't read. So I thought, thank you for the Bible, but you have sent me the wrong language. And he said, no, read this. I said, but I can't. He said, read. And I said, but I can't. I don't know this language. He said, read. I said, and as I looked upon the page, the words came alive. I could read and I could understand.
La conscience. Victor Hugo. Lorsqu'avec ses enfants vêtus de peau de bête, échevelés, livides au milieu des tempêtes, Caïn se fut enfui de devant Jéhovah, comme le soir tombait, l'homme sombre arriva au bas d'une montagne, en une grande plaine. Sa femme fatiguée et ses fils hors d'haleine lui dirent « Couchons-nous sur la terre et dormons. » Caïn, ne dormant pas, songeait au pied des monts. Ayant levé la tête, au fond des cieux funèbres, il vit un œil, tout grand ouvert dans les ténèbres, et qui le regardait dans l'ombre fixement. « Je suis trop près, » dit-il avec un tremblement. Il réveilla ses fils dormants, sa femme lasse, et se remit à fuir sinistre dans l'espace. Il marcha 30 jours, il marcha 30 nuits, il allait muet, pâle et frémissant au bruit, furtif, sans regarder derrière lui, sans trêve, sans repos, sans sommeil. Il atteignit la grève des mers dans le pays qui fut depuis Assur. « Arrêtons-nous, dit-il, car cet asile est sûr. Restons-y, nous avons du monde atteint les bornes. » Et, comme il s'asseyait, il vit dans les cieux mornes l'œil à la même place au fond de l'horizon. Alors il tressaillit en proie au noir frisson. « Cachez-moi » cria-t-il. Et le doigt sur la bouche, tous ses fils regardaient trembler l'aïeul farouche. Caïn dit à Jabel, père de ceux qui vont sous des tentes de poils dans le désert profond, « Étends de ce côté la toile de la tente. » Et l'on développa la muraille flottante. Et quand on l'eut fixée avec des poids de plomb, « Vous ne voyez plus rien ?» dit Silla, l'enfant blond, la fille de ses fils, douce comme l'aurore. Et Caïn répondit, « Je vois cet œil encore. » Jubal, père de ceux qui passent dans les bourgs, soufflant dans des clairons et frappant des tambours, cria, « Je saurais bien construire une barrière. » Il fit un mur de bronze et mit Caïn derrière. Et Caïn dit, « Cet œil me regarde toujours. » Enoch dit, il faut faire une enceinte de tours si terrible que rien ne puisse approcher d'elle. Bâtissons une ville avec sa citadelle, bâtissons une ville et nous la fermerons. Alors Tubal-Caïn, père des forgerons, construisit une ville énorme et surhumaine. Pendant qu'il travaillait, ses frères, dans la plaine, chassaient les fils d'Énos et les enfants de Seth, et l'on crevait les yeux à quiconque passait, et le soir on lançait des flèches aux étoiles. Le granit remplaça la tente au mur de toile. On lia chaque bloc avec des nœuds de fer, et la ville semblait une ville d'enfer. L'ombre des tours faisait la nuit dans les campagnes. Ils donnèrent au mur l'épaisseur des montagnes. Sur la porte on grava « Défense à Dieu d'entrer ». Quand ils eurent fini de clore et de murer, on mit l'aïeul au centre en une tour de pierre. Et lui restait lugubre et hagard. « Ô mon père, l'œil a-t-il disparu ?» dit en tremblant Silla. Et Caïn répondit, « Non, il est toujours là. » Alors il dit, « Je veux habiter sous la terre, comme dans son sépulcre un homme solitaire. Rien ne me verra plus, je ne verrai plus rien. » On fit donc une fosse, et Caïn dit, « C'est bien. » Puis il descendit seul sous cette voûte sombre. Quand il se fut assis sur sa chaise dans l'ombre et qu'on eut sur son front fermé le souterrain, l'œil était dans la tombe et regardait Caïn.